So with that all said then, really happy to announce some early participants in the program already, or the initiative. And this is what we've been working quite some time for, so I'm happy to share this with you. So first of all, we have Athena Software. And Athena's business is client information management, so software for social services. They're a Kitchener-based organization, and they're renting out of a very unique space at an old fire hall in Kitchener. They have a great culture there with a fully stocked fridge and pull-out couches for working late and a popcorn machine for late night snacks. And they've already done great things to reduce their carbon and have a really exciting culture there. This organization is committed as a bronze pledging partner, and so they've committed to a 20% reduction, intensity-based, measured by full-time employees over the next 10 years. And this is incredibly exciting because they've already done so much, and they're really looking to do even more. Their workforce already almost completely either buses or bikes to work, and often we'll see commuting travel as such a large part of a carbon footprint. And so they're really saying to us, what more can we do? We want to be a part of this, and we want to move forward with this, and we're really happy to have them as one of our first 3 pledging partners. VeriForm, a company some people might know a bit about here. They're a metal fabricating organization. They're based out of Cambridge, and clearly they have very strong senior management support for this work, and we've seen how important that's been as we rifle through case studies over the past few months. Happy to say, as Paul alluded to, they've committed as a gold pledging partner, and that means they're going to at least have a 60% reduction. Paul said, no, that's not quite good enough. We're going to commit to a 100% reduction in our carbon emissions over the next 10 years. They've already reduced their emissions by an absolute amount of 23% over the past 2 years, and we're just really excited that they're committing to such an ambitious level, and with Paul's buy-in, we're very confident they're going to be working towards that. Last, certainly not least, we have Enermodal Engineering, and they've been a pleasure to work with over the past few months. Their business is in green building design and consulting. A bit about their story. They're a Kitchener-based organization. And again, within their culture, there's so much more than just buildings in terms of integrating environmental sustainability in their culture. They have an employee buyback program to help them purchase green cars and hybrid cars and that. And we were really excited to start working with them as well. I'm happy to say that, again, in the same fashion, they've also committed as a gold pledging partner and gone well above and beyond the minimum requirements to do so. And so Enermodal is committed to a 100% reduction in their carbon emissions over the next 10 years. This is referred to as carbon neutral, and they're already well on their way to doing so. They're moving to a LEED Platinum office location in September of this year. This is the highest level of certification possible, and we're excited to work with them as well. So there you have it. 3 pledging partners who we're very happy to have already committed to reducing their carbon emissions, and looking forward to continuing to work with them. So in closing then, I think there's a lot of rhetoric in the marketplace about companies that claim to be going green or companies that are saving the environment. And one of the things we're trying to do is push through that and talking about real tangible outcomes, quantified progress, and collective improvement in the way businesses in Waterloo region interface with the natural environment. Today, I think we've really seen and heard of a lot of individuals and organizations in our community who've been brought together to help Sustainable Waterloo bring about transformative change in Waterloo region in very different ways. Some have provided their expertise, others funding, others already a commitment to measure and reduce their carbon emissions. And over the past year, we've had business leaders, politicians, academics, environmentalists, all working towards the common goal, as Barry said, of building environmental sustainability into the core business strategy of organizations across Waterloo. And they're doing this for a variety of different reasons, many of which Dr. Colbert and Paul have already identified for us. And so you've heard a bit about how we're going to try to bring about this transformative change in Waterloo region. And so we're just going to talk about briefly what that means for us over the next few months then. So participation in the Regional Carbon Initiative, I guess, is now open, and we're looking to add both pledging partners and observing organizations to participate in this. We have 2 upcoming events in fall of this year, Our first technical workshop will be in mid-September, and our second educational breakfast forum in mid-October. These will be open both to participants and community members to come out to. And our first annual CO2 report, like I mentioned, will be available in February of 2010, where we'll be talking exactly about the pledging partners that have committed to reducing their carbon emissions and give an update on the work that Athena, VeriForm, and Enermodal have done towards that end. So I think it's clear that we have the collective leadership required in Waterloo region to bring about an environmentally sustainable community. We also clearly have technical innovation in this community already, and there's really no reason why we can't translate that into environmental innovation. And when I say that, what I mean is that we can really think of electricity as not just an expense, but an opportunity to rethink energy use. Buildings, not just as things that are shelter to us, but actually an ecosystem of itself that can be responsive to its occupants. And transportation, not just as sitting in your car, but as an opportunity to connect with one another and to connect our communities. In the same way, business, it doesn't just have to be about money or about making and selling things, but an opportunity to truly improve the well-being of our communities. And I think in reducing carbon emissions, we're really achieving all of these things. In the same vein, Sustainable Waterloo isn't just about reducing carbon emissions. We're looking to do so much more. Our vision is for a healthy environment with a vibrant economy and a socially equitable community. And our mission is to help guide organizations in Waterloo region to a more environmentally sustainable future. Clearly, the Regional Carbon Initiative is really just the first step. And if we are really to emerge as a community on the cutting edge of environmental sustainability, we have quite a bit of work to do yet. But at the same time, I think this is a really exciting first step. The zeal we've seen for our work to date has really energized our team, and we recognize that we're just one part of a larger movement in Waterloo region. We have businesses that are jumping into the Regional Carbon Initiative with both feet. We have local politicians that are pioneering impressive initiatives in our community and have supported us from day one. We have incredible innovation housed in our two universities as well as at Conestoga College, and a vibrant not-for-profit sector that includes our friends at REAP, CREW, Reduce the Juice, the KW Community Foundation, and the United Way. Together, I think we're going to be doing some really exciting work in this community over the next few years, and I'm looking forward to working with many of you to bring out a better, more environmentally sustainable future for Waterloo. Thank you.
Mike, thanks. It is your tenacity, your leadership, and your passion that has made all of this happen. So thank you. This concludes our presentations for this evening. You are welcome to come and talk to any of our speakers, any of our volunteers. They're indicated on their name tags, and network with each other. Once again, I would just like to thank our event sponsors, our venue sponsor, the Wilfrid Laurier CMA Center for Corporate Responsible Organizations. Gold sponsor was the City of Cambridge. Our silver sponsors were Research in Motion and Open Text. Bronze sponsor was the City of Waterloo, Dulsa, and RapidMind. And our in-kind sponsors were Virtual Causeway, Angle Media Group, and Eco Cafe. Thank you very much. Have a good night.